One, two, one, two, one, two. Hello YouTube! So about 6 months ago we put up a video which scared the bejesus out of a lot of you, it seems. Said everything changes, NoClip is changing today. And everything did change, and it changed so much that I never had an opportunity to put together a video to explain how it all changed. So we're going to do that. And also, because this is the final video I think we post before our 5th birthday, we're going to do the unthinkable and put up a video that has not been edited. I'm going to shoot this from the hip, but I do have notes. The reason why we're doing this is because we have been incredibly busy. I'm still unfathomably busy, and I'm hoping this week to fly back to Ireland to see my family for the first time in quite a while. This has been a weird year for everyone. We all have our own version of that story, but I'm really grateful to be able to do that, and grateful that we're still here after 5 years, quite frankly, because last year when we lost our studio and we couldn't go to interview anyone, it seemed like, we might be in trouble. But we asked you for help and you answered, and I'm here to talk to you about how stuff changed and how we hope stuff is going to change again as we approach our 5th birthday. So there were sort of 3 main things that I talked about when I said we were going to change. The first was 4K, that we wanted to get everything into 4K, but we needed to buy new cameras and buy new equipment and invest and change our workflow, and we did it immediately. Right after that video, we got a bunch more patrons, and it gave us the confidence to basically empty the war chest. We spent about $20,000 on the camera that I'm now currently staring into, and the lens, I should say, and a couple of lenses. A Canon C300 Mark III, and boy oh boy have we been filming a lot of PC game boxes over the past couple of months. We are hoping to use this in the future to record actual human beings in meat space. But it's been great because it allowed us to swap over to a 4K workflow for the first time. All of our gameplay's been in 4K. We've had to buy a lot of hard drives. We've been transferring a lot of things over the internet, but it's worked, and we've produced documentaries on Astro's Playroom and Roller Coaster Tycoon and Thief, and of course Demon's Souls, all of these docs in 4K, which has been great for people who want to watch them in 4K, and also great for people who want to watch them in 1080, because the quality is just like 10 times better even if you're watching in 1080. So we're super happy, and that's part of the future for all of our documentaries going forward, except the ones we filmed before we got that camera. So that's why the Dishonored one was in 1080, and why the Prey one, which is coming very soon, it will also be in 1080. The second thing we wanted to do, which we were really bad at, to be frank, for the first couple of years of NoClip, was covering classic games, like doing retrospectives. We dabbled in them, but we knew they'd just take a lot of time, and it's tricky to get people to remember stuff. So we started a series that basically forced us to do it. Greatest Hits has been fantastic. We gotten the patrons to vote on what games we cover. The first time they asked for Roller Coaster Tycoon, which was a lot of fun. I got to build a roller coaster. Thanks again for the funding. $60 towards the roller coaster fund. We also did one on Thief and Looking Glass, which took a long time but was a lot of fun. And actually right now, as I'm recording this, the patrons are voting on the 3rd one, so I don't even know what it is. But it's been great. It's a great opportunity for us to pick games that we know the community will like, which is a lot of the time we're trying to like read the tea leaves and see who's open to talking to us in the way that we like to talk to people, which is they kind of need to let us ask anything and then have no control over the edit. So at least with the retrospective stuff, it's actually pretty easy to get doors open and to put together like fun little love letters. So that was another thing we promised we'd be able to do if we got that extra funding, and we did. We're 3 episodes in now on Greatest Hits, and excited to do more retrospective, not just in that show but outside of that on the regular NoClip channel stuff too. The third thing that I promised to do, and this was probably going to affect ye the least and me the most, was to be able to hire our freelance crew for way more hours. In fact, we doubled pretty much everyone's hours over the past couple of months. Jeremy, who filmed all of our documentaries, has now been editing loads of them. He edited Loop Hero doc all on his own. He's edited loads of them on his own. We've been doing like tandem edits, like the 2 of us. So for instance, the Demon's Souls documentary was just a lot of work. There was a lot of very specific stuff they were talking about. The doc was about an hour long. It was 4K. So we both did like, a week and a half, 2 week long worth of editing on that each. And then at the same time, Frank, who runs our community stuff and captures gameplay, I think he captured like 60 or 70 gigs of gameplay of that thing. Really specific stuff, which is quite hard in Demon's Souls, because you can't just load a save game and like get some footage of Flame Lurker. Like you kind of have to beat a bunch of bosses, and you know, we're asking them to wear like this armor when you do this thing and go to this level at this time. And hey, can you get footage of the time when the lightning strikes the tree, which only happens once? So it's been, you know, a lot of extra hours for everyone, but I think it's produced way better documentaries, and we're super proud of all those results. Now let's talk about the things that haven't been going so well. And the first is, despite the fact that we've all been working more, I think all of us are more tired than we ever have been. Like, we've been able to support each other, but we've basically sort of hit the limit of the amount of work I feel like any of us can do. We've been trying to, you know, organize the work in a way that will allow us to, you know, to have like a kind of an easy week's work and a more taxing one. But the problem is, and I've worked hard jobs, like I love this job. This job is fantastic. So I'm really lucky to be able to do this work. I worked shitty jobs. But this type of work, it's not shitty, it's just really mentally taxing. And when you're editing and editing and editing for weeks upon weeks upon weeks, even if you have the support of other people, you know, to the way we sort of like to make stuff really high quality, it can be really, really tiring. So if we want to do any other things with this channel, and we have some ideas for how to like work smart, maybe work some of our archive stuff we have, you know, redevelop the podcast. There's loads of stuff we want to do. If we want to do that, we're sort of beginning to realize that we will need to bring in an extra pair of hands at least to help with some of that sort of stuff. So that's one big thing we're looking to for next year, which will be our 6th year. Our 5th birthday is on September 12th. We're really excited to celebrate that, but most of the next month I'm going to spend while on vacation trying to figure out the ways in which we can improve the channel, and ways in which we can, you know, utilize the 5 years of documentaries we've already filmed, the ways in which like the mission has changed. Like when we started doing this, like nobody was really doing this, or like there were some like big game sites were doing some documentary style stuff, but it, you know, no one channel was only doing that. And we've also realized that there are just lots more people doing it now. So like, what's the new mission? You know, if our mission before was to try and get developers to open up about their work, and now like all of these studios are doing their own internal documentaries, then what's our new mission? Like, is it preservation? Is it education? Is it hunting down stories that, you know, studios won't tell themselves? Like maybe we just let them do their own retrospectives and we figure out something else. That's the reason I'm putting this video up, because I really want to hear from you folks. What is the stuff about NoClip that you value? You know, there's 640,000 of you who have subscribed over the past 5 years when we started. And you obviously did it for a reason. Maybe it was the big games, maybe it was the small games, maybe it was the huge documentaries, maybe it was the Hades series, maybe you want more of that. Maybe it's all the obscure stuff, maybe it's all of the above. That's kind of what I want to know when you're watching this video, and if you have a moment to drop it in the comments. And finally, I guess, you know, we'll do something for the 5th birthday, but really just to say thanks. When we put the last video up, a lot of people were kind of like, oh, you guys aren't like a big company. You know, there's only 2 of you doing the editing and shooting on this stuff, you know. You don't have like a big office, or you're not owned by a multimedia conglomerate. And you know, there's been opportunities to go down that road for sure, but you know, the reason why we're doing this work 5 years later, and why, you know, I've got more gray hairs and I think I've put on about 30 pounds since the last video, is because it really, you know, it's more than just a job. It's really like a life's work and a mission. And I'm excited to hit 5 years. I'll be excited when NoClip hits 10 years, when it hits 15 years and 20 years. And more than anything, I just want us to keep having an impact on, you know, be it games journalism or games development, or just like making people have something fun to watch when there's a fucking pandemic going on. There's a million and one different reasons why I really like this work and why I want to keep doing it. But a big part of it is understanding what the audience wants, and that's, you know, without you, we wouldn't be here. Without our patrons, we wouldn't be here for sure. But without you guys watching the videos as well and sharing them and sticking them on your various subreddits and message boards and spamming your friends, we wouldn't be doing this either. So thank you so much. I hope you're doing all right wherever you are in the world. I hope you're getting to visit your friends and family in your home country as well. I hope you've enjoyed the work we've done over the past difficult year and the 4 less difficult years before that. and I hope you're excited for the future of NoClip as myself and the team are. Thank you so much. Patreon.com/NoClip if you want to chip in, but otherwise please keep subscribed, and we'll bring more videos real soon. Take care. Have a good one. We got through. I didn't have to I won't have to edit anything. Hooray! No more editing on NoClip. No, don't worry. Don't worry. We'll go back to editing. It's all about the editing.